So it's officially January 1st, 2026. For anybody following along, I have been waiting on a package since March of 2025. I ordered a Rocketeer replica helmet that is made from a mold of the original Rocketeer helmet from the movie, The Rocketeer. Um, Ordered it in December of 2024. Um, the guy did like a run of them. I think he did like six of them, and maybe eight. It was eight of them, I think. Anyway, he sent it out, and according to the tracking, I was supposed to have it like March 17th or 18th, right around there. Didn't come, didn't see it. Gave it another week. I think I checked the tracking and checked the tracking around March 29th, and it said that actually no, it was April 2nd. I checked the tracking April 2nd, and it said as of March 28th, it was back in transit. So it had arrived at the Baltimore post office location, the main one, I'm assuming. Um, and then it somehow went back in the transit. So I assumed it was getting shipped back to the shipper for some reason. And I reached out to him, and he said he had no idea it was coming back to him or at all. He keep an eye out for it. Um, and I think about another month had gone by, and I checked it again. It still said March 28th in transit. Um, so I gave it a little bit more time, and in May I checked again, and it still said March 28th in transit. So I contacted the seller again, and yeah, he never got it. He was going to look into it, find out what happened to it. Apparently, USPS lost it. I didn't know where it was at, but they wouldn't deem it as lost. Even though they lost it, they had it designated as in transit. So they were saying it's lost, but it's not lost because it's somewhere in the system. Um, so I think back in August, I checked again. Still said March 28th in transit. I opened up a case, which that was ridiculous. To open up a case, even though I had the tracking number, the shipper's information, my information, um, they needed a picture of what the item was. Um, and then I had to go through multiple attempts to load this into the system. I would get so far into it, and then it would kick it back out, or the system would crash, and I'd have to go back in and start the whole process all over again. Um, I called down to the main branch. They told me I have to do it online. I showed up at my branch. They told me I had to go to the main branch. Um, just a complete runaround. Um, in I think it was October, the shipper contacted me about it, and I sent him the email, my latest email, showing that they were still looking for it. They would send me every about 2-3 months. They'd send me an email saying that they're still looking for it. It's not lost. They have it, but are looking for it. They just can't locate it. Um, so around December 21st, December 22nd, I got another email where they were going to close the case. They never found it. They said they couldn't find it, and they were closing the investigation. Um, and like a day after that, the shipper actually contacted me to ask me about an update, and then I sent him that. Um, what I got, so it was like Christmas Eve, I think, and he said he was going to make me a new one. So he was going to put it through the insurance, and then make me another helmet. I guess when he make his next batch of helmets, and lo and behold, December 30th, I come home from work, and there's this big box in my living room, and couldn't figure out what the hell it was. Like, I'm looking at it, like, I don't have anything that big coming in. Like, I had comics and stuff coming in, but nothing in this big box. And then it dawned on me, like, this can't be the helmet. And I go over to the box, and the shipper had handwritten on the box itself his address and my address on the actual physical box. How the hell they lost this thing is beyond me. The label was retaped on the box, or maybe it was a new label taped on top of the box. I'm not sure. The shipper ran the tape lengthwise across both flaps, like you normally would, across and then down. You could see where that was ripped off. And I'm assuming USPS retaped on the edge of the box so you could still stick your hand down in between the two flaps. In fact, the one flap you could open up completely. It wasn't even taped down. This side was. This side you could completely open up. So I'm looking at it, and the box is a little dinged up. So I go to open the box, and I see the bottom of the helmet facing me. So they put it thin side down. So of course I'm assuming, and there was barely any packing peanuts. There was a couple pieces of cardboard in there. Looks like it was pulled out of a bag. The helmet itself was shipped in a bag. It looked like it was pulled out of the bag. The bag was laying loose in the box. And I thought to myself, man, this thing's gonna be busted, because upside down, like the fin's got to be destroyed, and lens probably popped out or whatever. But to my shock, it actually was in perfect shape. So this is the helmet here, and the only damage that I can really see is where the packing peanuts melted onto the helmet right here. But I mean, you could scratch it kind of off if you're real gentle with it. And then you can see some other spots on the fin where you can see the packing peanuts had stuck to, and I guess they got hot wherever this thing was sitting at. Just on the helmet, or just on the fin though, not on the actual helmet itself. There's no real spots on the helmet itself that I can see. But yeah, it's the packing peanuts had kind of broken down, I guess, from being near a heat source or getting hot, and melted to the side. But beautiful helmet, really well made. And from what I understand, he has a helmet from the original movie that was damaged or broken. He had repaired it and then made a mold of it. He did not have the fin though. He had to recreate the fin himself. But he did a beautiful job of it, because it looks exactly the way it should. He said he got the dimensions and everything off of another helmet. So this thing is cool. So I'm going to put it as a display piece in the background there with my comics, and you'll be seeing it in future videos. I will reach out to him maybe to see if I can get something insurance-wise back off of it for this little bit of damage that's on here, but or if he knows a way to get it off without damaging the fin, that'd be great. Maybe some, I don't know about acetone or not. But that's it. I'm glad to have this finally in my hands after all that time, 7 months being missing in action, and finally shows up right before the new year. So thanks guys for watching, and I have a new comic video I'm about to do. New comics for the new year. This is a new order that came in actually earlier today, but I didn't open it up until about 30 minutes ago. So I'll be posting that soon. Thanks for watching.